Hello everyone, I'm Freaky. Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be reacting to King Bradley versus Kenpachi Zarak. So if you guys haven't seen this video, please go and watch that video first. This is what's that. Come back, watch me. Watch this. Everyone says let's continue. Kenpachi, he's got this. Kenpachi has got this 100%. I know. King Bradley's from Full Metal Alchemist. I've seen both series, and there is no way can King Bradley lose to no. There's no way Kenpachi can lose to King Bradley. I mean, there's no way. I mean, Kenpachi is extremely powerful. I mean, there's no way. Absolutely no. 100% no way can Kenpachi lose. So I'm gonna go with Kenpachi on this one. So yeah, well, that's said and done. Let's get to watching. So this is King Bradley versus Kenpachi Zarak, and 3, 2, 1, and go.
War. Bloodshed. Death. All these things normal people never want to see ever in their life.
But these two eye-patch badasses says fuck that and live for the thrill of slaughter and battle.
Fuhrer King Bradley, Full Metal Alchemist's fallen king of Emisteria.
And Kenpachi Zarak, the most dangerous captain of the 11th Division of the Soul Society.
He's Demon and Night Marcher.
And it's our job to analyze these characters to their fullest, going through their feats and faults to see what would happen when these two fictional characters collide.
Neat.
The Ishval Civil War. A battle between the Ishval people and the greater government of Amastrians. Before this battle, Ishvalan people was pushed to a small region of the nation to be by themselves. Before this, peace was between them.
Then a random Amastrian soldier just accidentally shot an Ishvalian kid, which ruptured a full-out scale battle between both sides once again.
Neat.
And thus the Civil War has started. Years this war continued on, until one man decided it was time for Order 3066 to happen.
And what was this order? Well, listen up people with supernatural powers known as alchemy, just to go and wipe out the Ishvalians with relative ease, ending the war. All of this was commanded and directed by none other than the Amasterian hero and Fuhrer, King Bradley.
I've got an idea. Retire!
Now, Bradley is an amazing soldier and an inspiring person to the many that meet him. Over his years during battles, he has given himself a name that many would soon learn and respect. So much so, he became the king of Amastria at a young age, being trained to be the most dangerous man on the battlefield. With this, he became one of the most dangerous men in the Full Metal universe. And he wouldn't have gone far if he didn't have a few certain tools and abilities at his disposal. For one, he keeps hold of 5 certain blades on him at all times. He usually holds only 2 in both hands, but at some points during time, he learned to weaponize all 5 by holding them in, let's say, interesting parts of his body, basically making him into a human pincushion, who can cut you into dozens of pieces with a simple twist of his body.
And now the most important part of his arsenal is one he hides from everyone in plain sight. That exact thing is behind his patch.
So he hides that he most likely had a battle scar behind his patch, and that's somehow his ultimate power?
No, Demon. You see, Bradley in reality isn't actually fully human, but instead a super-powered being known as homunculus.
Spoilers, dude, come on!
Oh, if they're watching this video, they should have watched the show or read the manga by now. Like, come on, why were you putting a spoiler warning on a 20-year-old manga series and nearly 12-year-old anime?
Because spoilers, dude, he has the time to watch the anime now.
Yes, he is a homunculus. See, homunculus are beings fully created and survive through one of the most powerful things in the universe, known as a Philosopher's Stone. A Philosopher's Stone is basically a free card to do anything in Full Metal, since most of the time equivalent exchange is in order. You see, to make something with alchemy, you need to give something of equal value. But in some cases, alchemy is forbidden to be used for things like, let's say, restoring limbs, make cash, and even bring people back from the dead. But with a Philosopher's Stone, it basically bypasses that with nothing bad happening from it.
Huh, neat.
Wait. You're saying a tiny stone is able to basically let me fuck with the laws of nature and creation. I need to get one of these. I know there's somewhere. Come on. Where is it? I know I found one. Come on.
Yeah, good luck with that. In order to make one, you kind of need the sacrifice of a couple of thousand people, which I very much doubt you have.
I got it!
Where did you get the sacrifices for that?
Oh, just went back to the world Boros vs. Deoxys happened and took the souls of all the casualties of that. But with Bradley, he has something more special, you see. With most homunculus, they are basically ageless. But with him, he was different. Father, you know, this guy right here, made Bradley to become the first ever aging and more human homunculus.
That's kind of impressive and all, but what's more impressive is the power he was given. You see, under that eye patch we mentioned a while back, that's the ultimate eye. With this, he was given the power to analyze any situation in an instant, can read any of his opponent's movements and strikes with a simple glance.
Neat.
And it can grant him the power of precognition.
And with this, he was able to match up and outpace some of the best people in the Full Metal universe. Both alchemists and non-alchemists. Like against Fu and Greeling at the same time, who are both faster than the eye can see. And he's even comparable to other homunculus like Sloth, who dig this hole with his bare hands. You see, the average person is around 175 centimeters, while this hole seemed to be around 1.92 centimeters.
Neat.
Now, putting this into the volume calculator, the total volume should be around 90,000 centimeters. The violent fragment of concrete is around 61 joules, meaning Sloth was exerting 1.32 tons of TNT to make this hole.
And based on Roy Mustang's own words, Bradley is most likely to match him, Edward, and Alphonse all on his own. At one point, Alphonse, along with Gluttony and Envy, took this explosion head-on. Based on Gluttony's size, which is 150 centimeters, and the explosion looking around 1,441 centimeters, this explosion should take around 0.06 tons of TNT to happen.
And lastly, Bradley is known for his speed and precision. At one point, he was able to blitz these highly trained soldiers. Let's start where he was, which is at his tank. But where he started, and to the people who was a good 10 feet away. And to cut down each soldier with a single slash each would mean Bradley was moving around 187.9 meters a second. Nearly the hypersonic plus ranges. Man, no wonder this guy was like the king for a while. It seems anything in his path would be cut down before they can process it.
But his main problem is, well, the thing he was meant to be. You see, he was made to be the first aging homunculus to better hide in the world of humans.
Yeah.
In doing so, he lost a few certain things a regular homunculus has. For one, age could actually kill him. And if his Philosopher's Stone is overwhelmed, it can basically kill him for good. Just like how fellow homunculus Lust died to Roy, overwhelming her healing factor and killing her. And something like that happened to him against the alchemist's killer Scar.
Yeah, after a thrashing and losing both his arms to the guy, he finally was taken down for good. But not before grabbing a sword to his fucking mouth and giving Scar one more injury to remember him by. Ending Bradley as not a man or even a homunculus. No, he went down as something better. A soldier.
Following the path that had been set for me, thanks to the idiosyncrasies of humanity, it was, at least, a life worth living for, and maybe even a life worth dying for.
I ask you all a simple question. What is a name to you? To some, it's a burden to keep. To some, it's a status they must uphold. And to very few, it's a thing to bring a fear upon others. But
neat.
for some weren't lucky to even have one.
God, I love the music.
Brings us to a lone soul with a single blade laying on top of a body of his slain enemies. Until a small girl with pink hair came to him. With no fear of the sight and the man, she happily touched his sword and bled with a smile on her face. Seeing this face, the man gave her a name and gave himself a goal. To be the most dangerous. And first he needed to give himself a name as well.
Which was Zaraki at first. But then he found out some of the most dangerous in the afterlife worked at a place called the Soul Society. So he decided to go there and join the 11th Division. Then he decided to kill the 11th Division's captain and take his place as the captain along the title he held, being known as Kenpachi Zaraki.
I've been waiting for you to get here for some time now in the hopes of a decent fight.
Man, this is so fascinating. Okay, you see, Kenpachi, the name itself, is a very special one if you know the meaning of it. You see, the name is only given to the strongest Shinigami, which Zaraki is in spades. The second he joined the Soul Society, he slain multiple hollows and very other bad spirits without breaking a sweat.
And he would without a few certain things on him, like for one, his eye patch is not actually made to hide a badass scar, but to hold him back by eating up his Reshi. You see, Reshi is basically spiritual energy that powers the Soul Reapers and let them do amazing superpowers. And this eye patch actually gobbles up Reshi to hold him back. So no matter what happens when he removes the darn thing. Do you hear boss music?
Oh, you're most likely being a little too paranoid.
I don't know, Archer. Last time I heard this music, I got my ass kicked.
Yeah, you are really just hearing things. Now, most importantly, in his arsenal is his Zanpakuto. You see...
Holy shit, you're hacking!
Long story. You see, a Zanpakuto is a weapon that each Soul Reaper has to purify and fight off spirits and hollows. And Zaraki, even though his blade looks like it took a beating, it has amazing power inside it. And being a Soul Reaper also means he can't actually be seen by normal people as well. They're basically a ghost, you see. And normal people with no spiritual connection, or just aren't dead, can't actually see a Soul Reaper or Hollow.
But that's nothing compared to what most Soul Reapers hold. You see, each one has a name to it called a Bankai. Bankai is basically the way to awaken Zanpakuto's true power. But sadly, at the beginning, Zaraki never actually knew the name of his, like every other captain. To him, a sword is just that. A sword. A tool to kill with.
It is kind of funny, though. The Soul Reaper who originally had no name never bothered to learn the name of his own blade. Is what I would say if he didn't learn his Bankai.
Neat.
Oh, what a major twist of events! But later on in the manga, he learned his Bankai named Nozarashi, which doesn't only boost his crazy physical power, but also gives him this cool red skin, horns, and a very badass fever. So all these are all made to look like a traditional Oni and yokai mythology. These giant horned monsters with giant clubs and cleavers in their hands.
With this, he becomes a much more devastating being on the battlefield.
Red isn't so chance.
To many was near impossible already, but he somehow did it. And it doesn't shock me with the amazing stuff he can do. Like this time he collided with Yowachi's clone, which caused this giant shockwave. The average story in Japan is around 27 meters, and the explosion, based on the image itself, was around 106.04 meters. With this knowledge, we know it would be around over 27 tons of TNT.
And that's nothing compared to his biggest feat he ever did. You see, someone named Gimme, or whatever, summoned this meteor to fall onto their area of Soreti. And Kenpachi and Bankai just said, how about no? And completely destroyed it. If we assume this meteor was around 81 kilometers in scale, and the statement of moving from one side of Serieti to the other is around 10 days, making it around 120 kilometers, which means the kinetic energy to fully destroy this meteor is around 10 gigatons of TNT, enough to nearly destroy islands to countries.
Now for speed, it's a whole other beast. He obviously scales to Ichigo, who was even said to have dodged lightning, and if you don't believe us, here's the time of him moving too fast for Ichigo himself to even notice. Based on how far Kenpachi was from Ichigo, and this seemed to be a good couple dozen feet. By this distance, we concluded that he was going at least 9,000 meters a second. Or to be better said, massively hypersonic.
Yeah, so you think he's unstoppable, but sadly, being a show where I have to be fair, he does have a few downsides. Like, yes, being a Soul Reaper means he can't be seen by normal people. There is occasions where average people have actually touched and even damaged Hollows and Soul Reapers, so he can still be hurt by normal means.
And he has the worst, and I mean worst, case of poor direction. Yeah, we are kind of skimming on weaknesses here, but that's mainly because Kenpachi is just so much of a powerhouse and a threat in the Bleach universe. You'll soon see why now thoroughly Soul Society history, the once nameless Soul Reaper, now will have his name be remembered for years to come.
I think I can fight with no restraints at all.
Uh-oh.
Okay, the combatants are set. Let's settle this.
Will King Bradley secure a better tomorrow for Amasteria, or will Kenpachi teach Bradley the true power of a blade?
It's time for these two fictional characters to collide.
Neat. There we go. Bankai.
I'm here to fight you to the death.
Uh-oh.
You had any sense at all, you would have stayed out of my sight.
Oh, crap baskets.
Is that it?
I
Is that really all you have? I'm disappointed. Stop embarrassing yourself. Excellent. Yeah. I think I can fight with no restraints at all. Excellent.
Yes.
Is that it? I want to fight more! That's good. I'm here to fight you to the death.
Yeah, see, tells you.
That's good. I love it! What a boring way for this to end.
Thought so.
Man, even in death, he died as a soldier. In reality, that's how the fight should end.
So, no random quip or pun from you for once? Is everything alright with you?
Yeah, I think I feel like something important just happened right now. Almost like something I needed to just finally happened.
Wow, I've never actually seen you act like this. I'm happy for you.
Thanks. Okay, now let's get back to why people actually cared about. I mean, this fight was pretty obvious. For one, Bradley couldn't even see the dude.
Well, yes, that may be true, but don't take that as an instant end-all conversation arguments. While Bradley couldn't see Kenpachi, he could still hurt him. Other beings in the Bleach universe, before getting power to handle or even see Hollows and Reapers, were able to touch and hurt them. And thanks to Bradley's ultimate eye, it can most likely help him for a while, predicting any type of danger that might come at him.
But that kind of ends there for the once good king, since Kenpachi just steamrolled him in the most important part, which is the stat department. Combining both feats Bradley has together will be around 2 tons of TNT, while Kenpachi colliding with Yhwach's feat made that near 27 tons, making it a near 15 times stronger with Kenpachi's most basic feats.
Speed is much better.
Yeah, I thought so.
But while Bradley does have that hypersonic feat that's close to Kenpachi's slightly faster speed, just remember that's Kenpachi's minimum. He does scale to Ichigo, who early in the series was already confirmed to dodge lightning.
So with this, it's safe to say Kenpachi is stronger and faster than Bradley, so much so that even if he had the healing factor from the Philosopher's Stone, it would quickly get overtaxed just like fellow homunculus Lust did to a weaker being like Roy Mustang. And remember, this is without the use of his removed eye patch or his need for Bankai, which was strong enough to take out a giant meteor. So you can kind of get the picture.
Fallen King of Vanasteria fought a hard battle, but he was just too overwhelmed by Kenpachi's much more impressive strength, speed, durability, and just overwhelming prowess.
I guess Bradley just couldn't keep his eye on the prize.
The winner is Kenpachi Zarak.
Neat.
Next time on Fictional Characters Collide.
That was so neat. I knew Kenpachi was going to win this one. I mean, he didn't even need to use his Shikai. I mean, his base form would have been more than enough. I mean, he didn't even need to take off his eye patch or anything like that. So yeah, that was pretty freaking sweet. I mean, I liked how he just went, and I was like, that was great. That was great. I like that. So if there's wait a second, I forgot to mention. If you guys could put have the Guyver in. Okay. I have a request. Iron Man versus the Guyver. I mean, that would be awesome to do. If you guys could do that, that would be freaking awesome. Please, the bio boosted armor versus Iron Man, if you could. So, if there's anything you guys want me to react to, just leave in the comments below, and we'll get to the videos as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
And please don't forget to check out my other social medias. Please go and check out my alternative video platforms: Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Twitch, and please come and hang out on my Discord server. We can play games, have a movie night or a series night, or you can watch me play a few games. And if you guys have any suggestions of any videos you want me to react to, or any video ideas in general, you can tell me on my Discord. I'm also on Twitter, Gab, Getter, and Paula. I'm on Locals, Tumblr, Minds, and if you guys want to support me, please go and check out my Subscribe Star. It's like Patreon, but better. All these things are in the description box below, so please go and check them out and subscribe to them. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.